So you want to run fast and you're just getting started in track. I think you made it to the right place. This is Zero to Track Star. So I've been wanting to do this for such a long time and I'm excited to get it done. So in case most of my subscribers right now, I know most of you guys seen my other series where I was Zero to Olympia, where I was tracking my journey to the 2024 Paris Olympics. That had a very not so great ending, but I'm torn because I wasn't sure if I was going to retire or not after trials. But I came up with this idea that I will try to record everything that I do, that I have done to get as fast as I have gotten, and put it on the shelf and share it with you guys in hopes that maybe one day I might not retire, I'll come out of retirement, but it'll also at the same time help you guys get faster and help you guys start your journey, whether you're a high school athlete or you are a master's athlete and you just wanted to get started in track for the first time. All right, so we're gonna start all the way from zero. We're gonna go break down all the phases of the race, and I train from short to long, which is different than like most high school or some collegiate athletes train. A lot of times they train in the off season, they go a lot of distance. You know, they run some distance running, put a base, they call it put a base training. I don't do any of that. We start like small, we start with technique and we start with strength and we start with speed. And we build on from that speed, we build on top of that speed because speed is built month to month and endurance is built week to week. So endurance comes easier than speed. That's the one thing you really have to work on. So we're gonna commit this whole off season, this first couple of episodes to getting our speed up. And I'm going to guarantee that we can get you guys sub 12, okay? This is the sub 12. Zero to Track Star is guaranteeing sub 12 for all of you guys that follow my kind of regimen. So let's get started. I apologize, I didn't introduce myself. So my name is Antoine Craig. I am a U.S. Paralympic track and field athlete. I am currently ranked #1 in the 100 right now as we speak until the year changes. Well, that would mean I'm the reigning 100-meter champion. And I've done a lot of things. I'm also on the U.S. national blonde soccer team. I'm a therapist and a mental performance coach, and I'm working on my PhD in clinical health psychology. So I'm a lot of things. So I'll put one of my races up right
here. A 41-year-old from the USA, Antoine Craig, from Richmond in Virginia. He's a great multi-sport athlete. He's a member of the United States of America Blind Association football team, their soccer team. Great beginning there from Antoine Craig in lane number 7. He's going very well indeed, ahead of Anderson Santos. That is terrific from Antoine Craig ahead of Santos. So Craig automatically goes through to the final. He said at the start running was just a way of coping, a way for him to find a reason to be proud. He says now he's so focused on how great his life is that he's not thinking about advances that could restore his sight. He said in an interview recently, I know who I am, what am I missing now? He's got a wonderful career as well, fabulous academic background. Turns out he can run fast too, very fast. 41-year-old, he's in incredible shape. It is Antoine Craig who sets the season's best to go through. Anderson Santos who finishes second. He'll wait to see if his time is good enough to make it into the final tomorrow.
All right, so the first thing that we're going to do, we're starting from the very beginning. So you don't need a track. I usually don't even run onto the track until like super late, until like almost like prepping for race prep. Like, so all you need is a field, some green space, but I want you to take your shoes off. This is important because we need to start to strengthen our feet and strengthen all those stabilizers. So some time on your feet, just walking through your steps. Just kind of go for a walk, going for our warm up, just getting those feet just like used to walking without shoes. Yeah, it feel a little funny for a little bit. Yeah, so you want to walk around barefooted for like just a couple of minutes, like 5 to 6 minutes, just walking around, you know, just feeling your feet, spreading your toes out, you know, getting used to just being barefooted, because shoes are our worst enemy, especially when you're trying to be fast. You definitely want to start getting used to like the minimalist type of things, because once you put on those spikes is really just nothing, just like a little bit of carbon fiber and some spikes, and that's it. So we need to get our feet strong enough to be doing some of that stuff. It really get us ready for sprinting. So for my new runners, if we take our feet, look at our feet, I'll let you see this foot. So the biggest thing that we want right now, if we want to focus on, is our contact points. Everything we do, we want to focus on that contact point, which is the ball of our feet. Like we got our toes. You see how sometimes with some athletes run, it looks like they're running on their tippy toes. We don't really want that. We want to run right here on this pad on the balls of our feet. So we want to get it to look more like this, right? That's like going to be our proper strike. Bam. So everything we do is going to come through that form, right? But it's going to take time for you to be able to build that up, you know, that ankle stiffness. And we'll have exercise and everything to work on that. But for right now, as we get started, we want to start like this, like we're walking in high heels, right? Let's call it the stiletto walk. We're going to be walking like we're in stilettos. Not on the ball, not on our tippy toes, but definitely on the ball of our feet, because that's where our strength is. That's where we can get the most ankle stiffness, and that's where our speed comes from. So I'll demonstrate that in the walk. It's gonna look awkward, it's gonna feel awkward, but just walk with me. So we're just gonna focus that contact point. Get on the ball of that feet, you see? Bam, 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 bam. See, I'm trying to keep my toes up, keep that ankle locked. Heels is not touching the ground. Bam, bam, bam. We can do this for about like 20 yards. Do it 20 yards about 3 times. Bam, bam. If you can get this down here, you're gonna be in like fantastic shape, because this is our running position. Bam, right? Bam, bam. That's advanced, but we're just focusing on just getting that contact point, seeing how that feel. We should know that's where we're gonna always try to land. No matter what drill we do, everything we do is gonna come through this form. All right, there you go. All right, so this is what I call a body check-in. So we're just gonna check in with our body, see what we feel. Since you're first getting started, you really don't know what you're feeling in your body. You don't know if you're ready to sprint. You don't know if you can sprint. But this is a good way to just check on yourself, to know like, okay, what do we need? What do we need to work on? What's hurting? What's talking to me? What's talking to me in my body? So we're gonna go on like a little baby jog and just see what we feel, okay? Try to stay on the ball of those feet. Lower those shoulders. See what we're feeling. All right. All right. There we go. All right, if you went on that jog, you know, talk to yourself. What did you feel? Did your knee hurt? Did your ankle hurt? Did your back hurt? Did your shoulders hurt? You know, it's good to just take a moment to check on yourself. Whatever you're feeling, whether it's your knees, whether it's, it could be anything, your shoulders or whatever it is, that means we need to pay that a little bit extra attention when we're going through our strengthening cycle. So that's the thing to be mindful of. You don't need to like worry that it's hurt or anything like that, but you need to more be mindful that that thing needs more attention. It needs more strength. All right, so now that we got that little jog, now we're gonna ramp it up. We're gonna add back in our stiletto walk, our stiletto positioning, right? The ball of that feet, and we're just gonna jog it out. Nothing hard. We're just checking on ourselves, seeing where you're at. Right now, we're building, right? We're building our form, our foundation, our contact points. That's what's the most important right now. That's the most important before we start learning drills. That's the most important for everything. So we're gonna do a little jog with that, in that high heel shoe, right? Ready? 3, 2, 1. Same thing, same thing. Look at my feet. Look at my feet. Look at my feet. Real easy. Real easy. Real easy. There you go. Check on yourself. See how you feel after that. And same thing. Let's try to walk back. Actually, let's do like a little dorsiflexion drill, or like an ankle. I call these ankle raises. So we're gonna do some ankle raises on the way back just to reinforce that positioning. So we walk. Let's go through our heels. So you start with your heel. Then you roll through across the middle of the foot, and then you press up. That's 1. And you just walk it all the way back. 2. We're gonna do 10 of those. 3. You see, coming through the heel, press up. 4. 5. 6. Yep. 7. 8. 9. Yes, I take 3 steps in between, so I can alternate for 10. I'll do 1 more. Yep. And as you can see, just to reinforce again, we come through the heel, roll, roll, roll to the ball of the foot, and then we push up. Boom! Right from the ball of the foot. Not onto the tippy toes, but we're using that ball of the foot. That's where our strength is in our ankles, and that's how we activate those calves. So roll through that heel, then press up. Bam! All right, so good job. So we started off, we learned a lot. So checking on your body, just seeing what's talking to you, seeing what's achy, you know, learning, writing that down, and then just understanding that you need to strengthen that, or AKA rehab it. Second, learning that stiletto walk. I don't know why I named it that, but it just popped in my head like you're in that high heel. That's your stiletto walk. That contact point, we need to carry that through all of these next episodes. I'm gonna be teaching you drills. I'm gonna be teaching you, like all of the things that we do are gonna come through this form and this positioning. You gotta be pretty strong through here. So at some point, we're gonna strengthen our calves and everything like that. Secondly, just making sure you're just, you know, really just listening to your body and coming out here and being consistent. That's the biggest thing you need in this process. I'm going to be with you every episode. In the next episode, we're going to focus in on strengthening. So we're going to take that form that we just learned, and we're going to strengthen our form through body weight strengthening, because we don't need to get weights yet. Because we're newbies. We're going to wake ourselves up to weights. And we'll get into, do you need weights or should you not need weights? And we'll get into the pros and cons of that. So see you next episode. Peace.